What is good, YouTube? What is going on, man? Your boy Keith's balling, man. I am back with another video, and the Lakers finally got rid of this guy, man. The Lakers have tossed out the dirty trash, and gotten rid of D'Angelo Russell, man. Shipped him up out of there. I'm coming a little bit late with this news, but D'Lo is gone and he is headed to the Brooklyn Nets. So let's look at the actual trade. The Los Angeles Lakers have agreed on a trade that is sending D'Angelo Russell, Maxwell Lewis, and 3 second-round picks to the Brooklyn Nets for Dorian Finney-Smith and Shake Milton. Now, obviously, the big pieces of that trade is D'Angelo Russell and Dorian Finney-Smith. Now, listen, man, D'Lo obviously has not had a great season with LA, man. He's been very up and down and mostly down. And you could see that him and JJ, they're not getting along. JJ is not a fan of this guy. And D'Lo hasn't done anything well on the court to make JJ a fan. So it's with good reason that JJ has lowered his minutes, has pulled him out of the game in big moments of the game, and has not trusted D'Lo to play big minutes because D'Lo is a guy who's inconsistent with shooting, inconsistent with playing high IQ basketball, and it's just not a reliable player. And so now when you ship him over to Brooklyn, you bring in Dorian Finney-Smith. What do you get? Well, you get a guy that's basically a defensive-minded wing that can shoot the three ball off the catch and shoot. And to me, you couldn't ask for a better fit around guys like LeBron James and Anthony Davis than a guy like Dorian Finney-Smith. And I don't believe you paid too much for him. Guys are sitting up here looking at points per game and laughing at this trade like the Lakers made a bad deal. It's not about the points per game. D'Lo was clearly not happy, and I think it was on both sides. I think D'Lo wasn't happy, and I think the Lakers weren't happy. And I think it was just time for him to depart. So you get his negative energy out of the locker room, and you bring a freshness into the locker room with a new player who's actually bought in on the defensive side. What do I always say about the Lakers? These guys don't guard. They don't play any type of defense. So, in my opinion, getting Dorian Finney-Smith was a necessity. This was something you needed. So, you needed more defense with Vando out, and we don't know when he's coming back. So you needed to shore up your starting unit with a guy like Dorian Finney-Smith, who can play several positions on offense and guard several positions on defense, flat out, period. So I don't want to sit up here hearing guys troll and try to laugh at this trade like the Lakers made a bad move. D'Lo is clearly on the downturn, and now he's gone. That is a win in itself. Guys like Max Lewis, he didn't really play, so we're not really talking about him in this deal. But I'm excited to see what Dorian Finney-Smith can bring to this team. We already know he's going to spot up shoot and pretty much play off the stars, which is what we needed. D'Lo is not really a catch and shoot guy. He can, but he likes to get in rhythm with the dribble. Now, what I will say as a negative for the Lakers, you lose a ball handler, which is not good because this means you have to rely on LeBron James to handle the ball a lot more. Now, that's not to say that he wasn't anyway, because D'Lo had been reduced to a bench role in significantly less minutes than he probably had ever seen in the last few years of his career. But now with D'Lo completely out of the picture, it's definitely going to be LeBron and Reeves. Probably those two with the ball in their hands majority of the time, unless they're dumping it down to AD to let him go to work. So, Obviously you bring in a guy like Shake Milton, he might get a couple minutes here and there. I don't expect him to be a full-time backup guard, so guys like Gabe Vincent got to step up, man, if he's going to remain on this team, if he doesn't get traded. But overall, man, I think this was a solid trade for the Lakers. And when you look at it from D'Lo's perspective, look at him going back to Brooklyn. I mean, he's been there before. I mean, the guy has been on the Lakers twice. He's been on Brooklyn twice. I mean, D'Lo's career is something that, I'm sure most NBA players wouldn't have wanted, considering you're bouncing around to almost every team like the damn local thought, jumping around to every dude. But this is what happens when you're an inconsistent player and you can't be relied on. I'm not sitting up here acting like everything D'Lo do is bad and he's just a horrible player. No, he has flashes of brilliance. He has flashes of him, you know, maybe playing all-star caliber basketball for a season or two. But the thing is, he never sustains it and he falls off almost every single playoff run, man. And so, to me, this is not a situation where I looked at it and said, you got to hold on to D'Lo. You got to hold. No. We've seen what he is, man. He was over here for 2+ years the second time around, and he was what he was. And so the Lakers have seen enough. I've seen enough. I was calling for the man to be traded several games where I went on live stream and broke down the Lakers games. So now that he's out of there, I'm jumping for joy. I'm excited. You know, I'm going to work with pep in my step. I'm waking up in the morning, like I just had the best night of sleep ever because this guy is gone. And so I believe the Lakers will make more moves after this. It kind of feels like they will. And so anytime you can add a guy who's bought in on the defensive side, you guys got to understand that. That's the key to this whole thing. He plays defense, and that is a huge weakness for the Lakers. I am willing to sacrifice some ball handling and an inconsistent offensive player who's basically a bench guy now for a guy who can fill in multiple positions and guard multiple positions. Doesn't need the ball, doesn't need to sit up here and dribble around. Is fine standing in the corner the entire game and just launching threes when he's asked to. So once again, Dorian Finney-Smith is going to be a guy who's bought into the team, bought into his role, because that's what he's been. We've seen him play well with teams like the Mavericks playing alongside Luka. Great fit. And so, even Finney-Smith on the Nets this season, he's shooting a career high from three. Now, hopefully, he don't put on that purple and gold and forget how to shoot. But if that is not the case, and he comes over here and is able to translate what he was doing as far as shooting in Brooklyn, the Lakers got to steal, man. The Lakers got to steal. F them second round picks. No one cares about second round picks. And D'Lo, it was just his time to go. He didn't want to be there. We didn't want him there. And so we bring in a guy who plays defense. And so, to me, I already had the Lakers as a playoff team, but this just solidifies it. You got a lot of guys that's going to say LeBron James made this move. Well, damn it, I don't care who made this move. I don't care if it was Rob Pelinka, Le GM, whoever y'all want to say. I support this move, man. I'm giving this trade for the Lakers a solid A minus. Solid A minus, man. You really addressed the need. And for the Nets, who gives a damn? D'Lo's gonna sit up there and average 20 plus a game, but it's not gonna lead to anything. They're not gonna win many games. It's gonna be pointless scoring of the basketball, flat out. And they're probably gonna get rid of his ass next season. So that's my thoughts on the D'Lo for Dorian Finney-Smith trade. I want y'all to hop in the comments, man. Let me know how y'all feeling about it. Do y'all think this trade is going to improve the Lakers, or do you think it was a bad move? Let me know. Go ahead and let me know. But make sure y'all hit that like, man. Make sure y'all hit that subscribe. I appreciate everybody that's checking out the videos, man. And hey, I'm out of here. Peace.